No. A little bit of scuff. How is everyone doing? It's been a while. But you know, it's really hard to stream and be entertaining whenever a lot of people you care about are being affected by a freaking earthquake. So, how is everyone? Are you having a wonderful evening? Hopefully you are. D&D was cancelled. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. D&D is a wonderful time. You got a Burger King advertisement. Like immediately. Is the Burger King advertisement going on now? Oh no. Nursing a chronic headache. I'm sorry to hear that, manager. Apologies. I did have a bit of scuff before I started streaming. I had to log into everything all over again. It's a pain in the ass. But we're good. Who did that? Who was that? Who was that ruffian that just redeemed that? It must have been manager because he abuses it and there was no message in the chat that said that someone redeemed something. Oof. Oh. Okay, I'll hydrate. You know, I do have some strawberry flavored sparkling water. If there's any kind of berry in the world that I love most than any other, it's strawberry. If there was a strawberry Coca-Cola, I would be fat. I would drink that instead of water. And I would get fat. Sponsor me, Coca-Cola. No, it wasn't you. Well, I hope everyone is doing well. It has been quite a while since I streamed, but I'll let everyone know that the team is doing well. One team member was actually affected the most. She was at the epicenter of the earthquake and was completely without power or telephone signal, and I was just a crying mess. Like when I got home from work and the wife had to console me because I didn't know if someone I cared about was alive or not. That's how bad it was. And anytime I tried to view videos of, you know, the place where she lived and people on the ground with GoPros and things, uploading things, it was literally videos of people pulling bodies out of the rubble. So I just completely lost my shit. It was... everything went on pause and I had to just go do things that made me happy to try and take my mind off of something that I had absolutely no power or control over. But yes, she and all her family are fine. And thanks to Paul Steinway, everyone give that fucking that fucking badass Canadian a pat on the back. Captain Paul, Captain Steinway. Cause like, he gave me like $600 to give to her, and I was like, oh shit. That is a lot of money in Venezuela. And it was like a kindness coming full circle, because whenever Paul had a cat that had passed away, Paul, she did artwork of Paul's cat, and he hangs it up in his house. So whenever I told him, you know, it was her that was, you know, was in a bit of a pickle, like, he said, here, take this money. And I'm like, oh shit. Damn right. Good man. Everyone give Paul a pat on the back for being an awesome human being. But I'm still waiting on damages of everyone else's houses, because that was the first thing. I'm like, are your houses safe? Like, is there any damage? And there's like structural damage, because a lot of the houses are built out of concrete. And so there's like these massive cracks going up the walls. And I was like, don't worry about it. Send me the fucking bill. And so, yes. I may take up a collection, a donation from everyone at some point, if y'all would like to contribute to these repairs or anything like that. And I will match any donation that everyone gives with my own personal money. So, I'm still waiting on the tally on how much money it's gonna cost for them to repair their homes and the damages and whatnot. So, yeah. But last week, no, not last week, about Sunday, I got a message from my right hand in the studio. He was like, boss, everyone wants to get back to work. And I was like, if only if you're sure. And it's like, yes, we want to get back to work. Because I was still paying them regardless of whether they were doing any work or not. I completely stopped everything. And I was like, you know, I'm still going to pay you like I normally do. Don't worry about it. But they were like, we want to get back to work. And I was like, okay, fine. Let's go. Let's do it. So, all work on Apollonia, World's Strongest Guild Receptionist, and the Beast World comic is back in operation. At their request. I would have kept it off because, you know, wild. But, you know. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a good night. It's going to be a rather chill stream. It's going to be a rather short stream, not very long. I know people are going to start dropping out once it starts getting late, but when I got home from work today, I just vegetated and watching videos about Karens getting arrested. And I didn't want to get out of bed. It was one of those days. But, you know, I'm here to stream, here to have fun, here to entertain. But a lot of the streams... Hey, hello. Brittany Rudy. Very nice indeed. By the way, manager, I've got a question. I noticed there hasn't been any new videos or shorts on the YouTube. What's up with that? I know I've done a few streams since then. You need it all? Oh, yeah, fine, we'll do it. I'll pose. Get my good side. I'll pose. Right, you need the screenshots for thumbnails, don't you? Oh, it may be 4:07 where you are then, drummer, but it is 9:08 p.m. here. So yes, when it gets late over here. So, how many of you remember when I was doing the Conan the Exile stream and I was building like a secret thieves den and in a brothel, like a roleplay brothel? Yeah, well, that stream, oh boy, that server that I was on completely and absolutely just imploded. Like, I managed to get up to being a storyteller on that server, so I did like little story events and things like that, and I was working towards a big one. And then there was some dispute between the admins and the server owner. And they were like, we've got all this blackmail on you. Step down as the server owner or we're going to release it to everyone. Server owner said, fuck you. And so they released like a multi-paged snippet of screenshots of all kinds of dirty laundry on the server owner. And everyone was like, fuck this, I'm out. And I left, and yeah, and I left because all the people that I became friends with and were role-playing with, they all were like, we're not staying here anymore. And I'm like, well shit, all the people, everyone that I role-played with was just like, I'm out. And so I'm like, well, I guess I'll go too. But no, it's not. And so we went to another server. And I didn't like how that server was not like the previous one. And it was all dice. Because I want to bash someone with a sword or hammer. Not roll dice. It tickles some sort of prehistoric synapse in my bunny general war brain when I run around and beat people with a sword or hammer. And then the other one was just you stand still and you roll dice. I didn't like that. So, and I wasn't about to go to this other server that other people went to because there were some people that treated me pretty bad that went over there, and I was like, well, I'm not going there. And so I was like, well shit, what do I do? And so I made my own server, which all of you, if you are interested in role-playing some grimdark sword and sorcery fantasy fun where all kinds of horrible things can happen and you could get jumped by cannibals or things like that. If any of you want to join the server and create a character and roleplay in a world that I will be storytelling in, I made a server. And a lot of the friends that I had made on the previous server are like, well, hell yeah, we're in on this. And so they've all joined. There's one that is doing graphics design for it. Some people know talk scripting, which is how you can basically do all kinds of interesting things with it. We've got a dice system for roleplay. Like no games and no bacon. Oh, you can make bacon, there's pork. You can kill pigs and get pork. But no, like, I don't even have to tell you how horrible the Conan universe is. Pretty bad. Like, especially for women. Like, everything is like so 1950s power fantasy, but still. No! My face did a jiggle there. Can you see that? What do I think about the Air Force? Why are you doing this to me? You cretin. Anyways, it's because you care. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip then. Now, I miss you too. Well, I like the Air Force. Because I was in the Air Force. And I'm a civilian in the Air Force. Civil service. So it is okay if you've not seen a Conan movie. You can read the lore. And it's pretty cool. Like the different races and things like that. But I have added a bit of a twist. I have added a bit of D&D to it. So it's like two worlds colliding. The world of Conan and the ethereal plane. Sort of, someone did something fucky with sorcery in Conan. And it caused these two worlds to collide. And so all these different races were kind of sucked into the Conan universe. Sexy VTuber Bunny and... Oh, who just hit me with something? Yes, sexy VTuber Bunny in this economy. I come in spades. And the sexiness is there. You can call me mommy. Yes, you can be like isekai, but it's mostly like elves, dwarves, excuse me, before I was suddenly barraged with cans of things. Elves, dwarves, goblins, orcs, tieflings, and other races will be added eventually. The core races of D&D are mostly there, except for halflings and gnomes. So, but we are eventually upgrading to the Unreal 5 engine version of the game. And that means I've got some mods to be werewolves and vampires. And you guarantee I'm going to be a sexy vampire. I may consider halflings as long as these halflings have adult features. For very, very specific reasons. But right now, the game, 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, it entered the Unreal 5 stage. And it did a new release. So, we've been playing on Unreal 4, because we're waiting for all the cool mods to upgrade to the Unreal 5 engine. Because I want the dice mod for sure. And I want this one map called Desolate Lands, which is so damn cool. It expands so much on the original map. Vampires will have to feed on blood, of course, and it's done through roleplay and dice. And if you feed on another player, they get a debuff called anemia, because they, that lasts for about an hour. But you get a healer that has a transfusion kit. then you can take vials of blood and create blood vials to remove that debuff from the player. I've been thinking really, really deeply into all these buffs and debuffs and things. So it's going to be very fun, and that's actually what I'm going to be doing tonight, is showing you the different places. I mean, it is very, very much work in progress, and I don't want to throw open the server till everything's ready. But then at the same time, 2 of the mods that we're waiting on, both of the creators were like, we're ready this month. So it's like, okay, do we keep going on Unreal 4 with decorating whole towns and shit? Or do we wait for Unreal 5 and then really start working? So, it's a bit of a pickle. Is getting bit by a vampire getting stuck by a dirty needle? No. Anemia is a condition where you don't have a lot of blood. That's because it got sucked out of you. But also, Millie Deucer, I do want to say thank you for the first time you commented in stream. Thank you. I think I know who you are. I think you are a rather... No, maybe. Maybe. Are you Miss Mayhem? Are you? I'm wanting to know. Inquiring minds would like to know. But... anyways... gonna boot up some Conan Exiles and show you a few things that we've got going on. Vampires are carriers of blood-borne diseases. I don't know about that. I don't want to be a disease-carrying vampire. I want to be a sexy vampire. Oh no. Did my game suddenly update to enhance? It better not have. Okay, cool. I'm on Legacy. But yes, we've got lots of mods to have fun with. And all kinds of fun things you can do. And not to mention roleplay, build a base. If you get enough of a following, you can build a kingdom. It's going to be fun. Vampires and old folklores where know to count grains of rice. I'm not kidding. You know, they would be experts at it because they are counts. Yeah, I'm horrible. I'm horrible. Vampires are dead. I don't think immune systems would bother them much because they're dead. They're undead. I'm waiting for the screen and everything to load up, so. Whenever I see someone do the it reminds me of that Jurassic Park He didn't say the magic word. So yeah, that's what I've been having fun with in Conan is making my own server that will be very dark and gritty, but will have instruments in place for consent and strict rules on consent. I want a place where people can role play and be dirty if they want, or be a villain if they want, or be absolutely hideous of a person, as long as the other person consents to it. Grimdark at its finest. And there's sorcery, magic, but people hate sorcerers because sorcery in Conan is like making a deal with a demon in order to be able to use magic. So people that do sorcery are often not good people. Good night, Chadwick. I hope you have a pleasant evening. But yes, there are consent sheets built into the game for all kinds of roleplay. And it's as easy as holding E on a player and then looking at the roleplay sheet. Well, it's not completely the D&D classes. So, I mean, it's using the game mechanics mixed with dice. I've done a decent bit with the server, but there are some people who are extremely skilled at scripting. More than I am. I'm still learning it. And I'll show you, like, the level of scripting. But it's an interesting way of... Millie, who are you? Are you who I think you are? Are you Saphira Ket? Are you my devoted disciple? I think that is Saphira Ket. Perhaps. Alright, we're getting this game booted up. I'm trying to remember what to do. It's been a while. Alright, let's see. Game capture. Properties. Not playing Potionomics. Try Conan Sandbox. Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Alright, I guess we're going to capture a window then. Oh, look! There we go. There we go. Yes, I went ultra widescreen. Because I'm capturing a video game. This usually takes forever. It's thinking really hard. Come on, you can do it. Unreal Fall, everyone. But like, I've seen a system of roleplay in effect like that, and on the last server I played on, I was literally playing a girl who's a priestess of Mitra. Probably the only somewhat good god in Conan. And this crazy guy comes out of nowhere and attacks me. I mean, he was supposed to have a reason to, but apparently had permission to be an antagonist and would just attack people on sight or some shit. After minimal roleplay, which I did not like. But he managed to beat me because I got, you know, we fought for like 15 minutes. Like running up and down this valley, just running at each other and swinging our swords. And his damn horse kept following him around. And then his damn horse got between me and I couldn't run. And then suddenly, freaking, he came up and took advantage of that. And he won. And he kidnapped me. And he threw me over his shoulder and ran off into the jungle. Put me down and he's like, "Hey, out of character, do you consent to non-consensual roleplay?" And I was like, no, I'm definitely not in the mood for something like that. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna take your blood instead." I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." And he took a vial of my blood. And then he fucked off after a little bit of roleplay. I was like, okay, well, alright then. Okay. Oh, I gotta wait for everything to load up. Look at this, I'm rubber banding. Peter the horse is here. Why did I hear that as what's her name? The lady from Family Guy. Anyways, Lois. Yes. Peter, the horse is here. I can't do that. Peter. Maybe if I held my nose or something. Hello, PKT Lone Wolf. Good to see you again. Can I move now, finally? I can. So, to those of you who want to know where this place is, let me go all the way to the beginning. I scripted this door. It's an easy script, but I'm proud of it. Oh, let me get something nice to wear. Let's see. Do I want to be a knight? Look at that. I could be a knight. But I think I will go. I have a lot of outfits. I'm not going to go to Keto Priestess because that might get me banned. I might receive a ban from Twitch because it's literally all gold with the tits hanging out and gold nipple pasties. I'll go with D&D. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Or I can go this and look a little more thiefish. Well, look at this pretty elf. Got the elf ears. Yeah. I got this from a dungeon the other night. It's like the best agility sword in the game. It's literally a katana called Musashi's Black Blade. And the coolest thing you can do with the... Really? Already? Hit me with the 1000 points. My god. So look, the cool thing you can do about with the sword is you can hold left control. And... Yup. So, someone on my Coden server team is putting together a... Oh, we don't want to go and see what's below that bar because that man's dangle's hanging out. But this bar is put together nicely. But yeah, you can dance. Let's dance. Let's throw it back. Oh, not doing it. Yeah. Throw it down. Throw it down. Like they've got a belly dance dance. Yeah. There's one thing that I like is if you run around in an emote. It looks absolutely hilarious because you have to cancel your emote. So let's surrender. No, not that one. Here we go. Surrender. Watch this shit. It's absolutely hilarious. My hands are up. Eee! Eee! Oh god. Anyways, this city is the city of Aljara. As you can see, the map is freaking huge. We're right down here in the south. And there's a whole northern area with Viking-like races. And then there's this southern area in the desert. And I'm going to fly around. No, I'm going to look cool while flying around. So I'm going to put on my bat wings. I'm going to float. There. So as you can see, this is a huge city in the game. And there are some places like the tavern that are open. And I can literally put doors in front of these buildings and create a teleport. And players can click on that door and go create like their own shop if you want to be like a merchant or something. And I sort of built something like that. There's a number of places you can buy things and trade in the city of Aljara. So this is where the queen was supposed to be. And the other server was going to be queen of this city. And I created this door with the script that teleports you. No, you would not have to pay for a house. Anyways, there's a black abyss. I'm gonna give myself a torch. So we can see what we're doing. Oh, I sneezed. Excuse me. Now, you can pay for a house with the in-game currency you get selling things. The only reason why I said, oh no, oh no. How dare you? But look, as you can see, there's this big wide open abyss. And basically, you can build on the other side of this. I built the brothel in an area like this. Now that I have my own server, I've got my own space and I can do whatever. This is the queen. I'm going to make this like a throne room area for the queen. And you just click on the door and it teleports you back outside. Or I screwed up the script and it keeps teleporting me back to the same place. I think I screwed up the script. No, there we go. So this is Al Jara. And behind the heaven, one of the people who's decorating the city for me is decorating. They want to run the Thieves Guild and do like missions for people who want to play thieves or assassins. And so there's like a whole underground, and if you, this is the tavern. And if you, oh, I love Ascendance of a Bookworm. I'm watching that still. I'm caught up. My favorite isekai. Ascendance of a Bookworm is about a girl who loves books and loves to read, and a bookshelf falls on her and she's buried in books and she dies. Gets reincarnated into another world as a little girl, a sickly little girl. Season 3 is out, my friends. So if you look back to the topic at hand, there's the tavern. If you look behind the tavern, there's a trapdoor. Whenever you click on it, I made it teleport. And as you can see, I made something similar on the other side to give the illusion that you just went down the hatch. And as you can see, there's a bunch of spooky stuff with skulls. This really looks like a vampire's lair. But this is the Thieves' Den, the Thieves' Guild. Mission control. Little place to sit. Store your things. There's in-game mail, which you use birds to send messages. You can write whole scrolls and send them. And then, of course, there's a notice board where you can post jobs, write a new notice, and you can do that. I do not know if they've finished building. I think they're still working. Oh. I'm loving the vaulted ceiling look. Yeah, this place is very freaking cool. And she was like, do you like it? And I was like, hell yes, I like this. But I will show you. And this city is going to be one of 4 roleplay hubs. Where if you are like looking for people to roleplay with, you can just hop over here for free. And just boom. Have fun. Find someone. Hey, what brings you to the south? What are you doing in this city? You know, you can just do whatever. So one thing I put into the game is a way to zip around, but it be more roleplay friendly. Caravans. So you can see this guy right here. I built an NPC, and when I click on him, where would you like to go, traveler? You can go to roleplay hubs, or open locations in the world will be 1 silver. But roleplay hubs are free. So I want to travel to, let's go to Sakura Island, which is, there are going to be a beastkin race. You can run around looking like a cat or fox or wolf or whatever. And this island will be mostly associated with the beastkin. I put this ship here. It looks nice, parked next to the dock. And then I've got an NPC caravan person to send you from place to place. But this is Sakura Island, very Japanese themed. It does not cost anything to go back to the city, because all roleplay hubs are free. And travel to different places will be 1 silver, but there will be an NPC that will give you a daily allotment of 5 silver coins. There will be places in these cities where you can basically clock in. Like if you're role-playing as a healer, you can go to a clinic, clock in, and ring a notification that will send a note to everyone on the server saying a healer is in. So if you want to have a healer, or you're injured and you need a healer, you can go to that city, that location, and be like, roleplay that you hobble in wounded, and they'll be able to heal you with the roleplay abilities. So teleportation to different places, like roleplay hubs, are free. But you can make money by clocking in and roleplaying your job. You can also make money by selling items you get from dungeons and things like that. There are rogues. And the only rule I will have for rogues are, if you pick a lock to someone's house to go in thieving, you must leave what's called a point of interest. And that, my friends, is this right here. You create an item, you can put it on your menu, and you can put it anywhere in the world, and then interact with it. There is purple hair on a splinter from the wood. Footprints lead up to the door, and there are scratch marks on the lock to show that tools were used on this mark. So anyone in the world, like say I'm a thief and I went and I pickpocketed your house and I stole a few things. Well, if you do that, you have to leave behind a point of interest with some clues. And this is what happens when they go up and they see. They're like, oh, what's this? A point of interest. You hover over it. There's purple hair caught on a splinter from the wood. Footprints lead up to the door. There's scratch marks on the door to show that tools were used on this lock. And that's the only rule, is you have to leave behind a small trace to let people know, hey, you were pickpocket, or not pickpocket, your lock was picked. Now there's also things for failure. If you try to pick a lock and you fail, it will notify people within the area. So pick locks at your own risk, because oh, where'd my jacket go? There we go. No griefing, please. Like, don't steal someone's entire chest full of things or make multiple trips. Steal once. There'll be a huge list of rules that we'll release with the server, and it covers PvP and all sorts of things. So, look at this place, isn't it beautiful? And people, you can come live in these buildings if you like. You can literally like put down things in these rooms. And there's stuff everywhere. Like this one up here. Little house there. I like this one. Because it's got this balcony. And you can kind of see different places. I climbed that mountain up there. There's this huge pillar. And it got a nice view of the island. Anyways, so yeah, look at my character. I'm a sexy vampire lady. Look at me. Dang, I look good. I'm beautiful. And yes, you can do neat things with your eyes like that. So, I want to go to a roleplay hub, and I will now go to the city where my character is Queen. Now, I'm not going to PvP or anything because that would be pretty unfair for someone with admin rights to fight another player. I mean, I'm more or less a quest giver. So, if you want quests and things like that, I'll do that. And sometimes I'll PvP, but I'll go out of admin mode. But mostly for just story things. On top of that mountain, I was working on a vampire castle. But this is Telis. This whole city right here that you can live in. And I will be Queen. Now, here's the cool thing. You don't have to download mods. There is a app called Conay, C-O-N-A-Y. And it loads the mods you need into a virtual environment. So you do not have to download them onto your PC. Conay will load the mods for you. And as long as the server owner keeps Conay up to date along with the server mods, then you just use Conay to launch the game and you won't need to install any mods. It will automatically take the mods that the server uses, so you don't have to worry about that extracting to folders and none of that stuff. Millie Doosa, I think I know who you are. I know who you are. You're Saphira, aren't you? Aren't you? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but please. No. Yes, you are. You're Saphira. Yes, you are. You are totally Saphira. I know it. But anyways, so there are other jobs you can do. You could literally come here and be a guard it telleth. And for every hour that you work, you get 4 silver pieces. And you could stand here and halt. You violated the law. Hand over your goods or suffer the consequences. Oh, you're finally awake. So this room right here is definitely going... I mean, I'm taking inspiration from the server that I used to play on, but this room will be a clinic. Of course. And then over here is the tavern. Oh, snap. There are actually people in here. What? This has been decorated. Oh, these people are sitting in these chairs wrong. The hell? That's funny. Okay. Look at that, she's cleaning the mug. I decorated this room like a little kitchen. They'll be like seating out here. There are little people everywhere. Someone has been working. Now, the thing is, when it comes to murking someone like another player, you can say, anytime you fight, there are consequences. Now, whenever you beat someone, I will go to dice. Look, we've got, you know, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. You know, we've got arcana rolls, knowledge, medicine, and then we have abilities which are being worked on right now. Each job will have its own unique abilities. Like if you want to be a blacksmith, you can craft legendary weapon kits. You can craft really great in-game weapons as a blacksmith, provided you go gather the in-game materials like mining nodes and things. You can use your roleplay abilities to craft it. But as you can see, whenever you get defeated in combat, you will get a buff over your head that says awaiting consequences. And then the person can inflict up to moderate wounds on you. And that locks that person out of PvPing until, you know, the buffs wear off. But when it comes to PvP, if you want to take this stuff, the only thing you can take is one of their weapons. Because we want there to be consequences in PvP. But we don't want people to grief other people. But also consider that if you're going to go around attacking people, then that person can go get some friends and be like, this person attacked me. Alright, let's mount up and go take this person to justice. You know, it's like real life consequences. They're not gonna suffer a murderer to run around. You know, and you can't just outright kill another player. There'll be consequences, but it's not going to be like the end all. So this whole oh, yes, someone is working. Nice. I have been doing a little bit of decorating, but oh, look at this. Interesting. So, yeah, the goal is not 100% PvP, because we want roleplay to be the thing. People who want to play antagonists and be evil will have to submit, you know, a whitelist application to make sure that their roleplay and the reason for being evil isn't just because they want to go fight and hurt people. We don't want PvP mongers. We want, like, legitimate roleplay reasons for people to fight one another. But there will be various things that can be done from a storyteller, like, I can literally... I'll go do it in a second, but this is my friend's house. She picked this little building to build in, and she's done something absolutely adorable with the inside. Decorated it. Made it a little home. Yeah, I like it. Unarmed combat is a thing. It has to be an equipable weapon. Like, let's see. You want to be a hermit person that will attack anyone who gets near your house unless I know in advance. That's why you're asking about murking people. Well, there's a thing called intent. PvP intent. Where you can challenge, I mean, it's got to be role played out. You just can't be like, this person walked up to my house, I'm gonna fight them. You have to at least role play it out and be a cantankerous old bastard or whatever and be like, you there, any further and I will draw steel. Stay away from me, I want to be alone. And if they don't listen and they continue on, then you can PvP intent. Defeat this person because I want to be left alone. So, that's a thing. But we don't want it to just be like, oh, there's someone over there. Time to fucking fuck that shit out. No. And here's another thing that's interesting. We're working on the find roleplay system. So if I enable it, if I'm looking for someone to roleplay with, I am a friendly healer. Looking for any adventure. Say. Now when I do that, see this little yellow icon above my hand? It means I'm looking for roleplay. And if you zoom in, you notice there's this yellow square or circle over my character. That means anyone that opens the map will be able to see me on the map. And they can run over to me and roleplay with me. That is nice. Instead of having to hunt for people, you can be like, I want to be an antagonist. I want to be, you know, if someone wants to be a bad guy and they're looking for victims, then they can throw up, I'm an antagonist looking for a victim. And, or I'm a victim looking for an antagonist. So, that will be fun. And then I will turn it off. And now the little circle's gone. And no one can see me on the map. So here's the mailboxes. And whenever people send birds to deliver messages, the messages will be in the mailbox and you can actually read them. Oh, I hear someone jumping around. Uh-oh. Look who it is. It's my drow lover. Look at that beautiful face. Hey, I'm streaming. I don't know if you remember this one. Like, last time I was on the stream, I read one of her saucy letters she left behind for Sophia Cat. And you want to know what's funny? What is absolutely hilarious? Like, she and I became like great friends. And oh, she's moving to a cave that will be her archive and home. Oh, she wants to play like one of those historians. So that's like her thing, and she's going to make a massive library and fill it with handwritten lore and things. So here's a funny thing about my dark elf friend here. So on the other server, you know, we became friends and we started the brothel and all that stuff. And after like a month, I was like, hold on, give me a moment. I have to update my webtoon. She's like, oh, what webtoon? I said, Apollonia. And she went full fangirl because she actually reads Apollonia. Small world to meet a fan roleplay server, so it was great. I think she actually jumped in the stream one time. But this is a huge... I'm gonna fly. I can show you all. This is a big ass city, as you can see. A kingdom, if you will. Like houses, and there's literally a house in the wooded area right there. Houses over there. Houses on that hill right there behind those trees. And if you go down, you can literally go inside these houses and build in them if you want. Well, I didn't build this kingdom. This kingdom was actually baked into the map. That is why I'm waiting on this map to update to Unreal 5 before swapping the server over. But it is an empty husk of a town, and it requires a lot of decoration to make it lived in. Like this market stall was decoration. Someone decorated all this and made it look nice. The people, these stalls right here, decorated. The people in this building and all the pieces in this building, decorated. So as you can see, we have a lot of work cut out for us because the grand majority of the place is empty and barren. And we gotta make it... Oh, later, Lord. A beastkin who is a bounty hunter, a bodyguard for hire. That sounds great, South Irish. So there's this massive keep here. And it is my keep. I'm just gonna fly in here. And look, this is all decoration. The dark elf character you saw, she did all this. Putting down the chairs and the table. This, empty. All empty. Well, except for these, I think. I think those are built in. But we go over here. Ah, here we go. No! There we go. The queen sits upon her throne. I like it. So yeah, imagine if you were like playing in a game and you could create your own kingdom as well, by the way, if you get enough people. You could be king or queen of whatever. You just have to have enough people to support you. But this is Teleth. I'm going to bring you to another place that Saphira, our dearly beloved person who I believe is Millie Doosa in the stream, decorated this next place. You know, I don't have to do that, actually. I'm a damn admin. Let's go all the way to the frozen north. So, I put... Oh, did I? Oh, there it is. I put down a caravan. This woman right here, and I decorated her, made her look nice. So, scripting. On interact, run script, Kaldheim RP hub. And if I go into the script, when you click on her, send dialogue. Where do you want to go, traveler? Create the answer group. Answer group teleportation choice to RP hubs, to world locations. This is set up if I add any to clan locations, because if you have a clan and you want your own caravan, I can set this in here and it will become an option for people to teleport to your clan. So send answers a group, which depending on the answers they choose, it sends it. And then create answer groups, the world choice. And then there's multiple things going off here. The choices are the Bridge of the Betrayer, Eastern Breaches, Forbidden City, or the Sentinels. Close dialogue, warp player. As you can see, this is what scripting looks like. And up here is the tree for the free areas. Sakura Island, to Teleth, and to Alzara, the hub choice. Okay then, come back soon. We'll miss you. Anyway, so this is where you appear when you teleport, and this is Caldara. I think it's called Caldara. Kaldheim, which is actually Norse for Frozen City. We're working on something like that. There's magic items built in that admins can, like, let's see, staff. It's kind of janky, but let's go with the Beat Fire staff. I do plan on having a sort of, what's that D&D class that uses guns or makes magic items? Artificer. So an Artificer class can make magic items. Hi, staff. I mean, this one doesn't really explode unless it hits something. Like that. And then this one. Yeah. Oh, you want to cast Hollow Point, do you? Well, let me show you. If anyone ever creates gunpowder, because I'm doing it in stages. If players play an alchemist and they discover the secret of gunpowder, then you can interact with a blacksmith to make the parts of a gun or something. And you can make guns eventually. Like this one, the Hunter flintlock. We'll just put cartridges on there. This one is actually an offhand. So as you can see, I've got my gun. Yeah, so you can I've got a short sword. But then there's the advanced one called Mage Locks. So Pyro Mage Lock. It is like a magic gun. Look at that. This screams Apollonia. And this is a gun that shoots magic bullets. Anyways. That's fun. I like bows. I'm an elf. Okay, I'm noticing something. We've got some braziers out front. Okay. This is Coldheim. This is another roleplay hub for people who like to roleplay as Vikings or Northern people. Oh! Oh, we've got doors? Okay. Yeah. So, this village is overseen by a Valkyrie. You can be a Valkyrie if you want. You've got to be a female though. But this village is overseen by a Valkyrie queen, and worthy people can live here. You might have to go in a trial or something. But there's a god in this world known as Ymir. And he's very much like the Odin of these people. And there's little houses you can live in. Like this is a big one. Holy shit. I'm liking this. I put out this long rowboat here. Oh, there's more. Nice. Oh yeah. I'm liking this. Zafira, I know you're in the chat, so I'm gonna say good job. There's so much going on here. Looks stable to put your horses. Oh. That's ominous. Oh, there's a message there. Raiders Scum. I like it. Very grimdark. Very appropriate. Hang the bodies of your enemies. Oh shit. That is a undead dragon. Wow. That's cool as fuck. More doors. And then this is the room that belongs to the Valkyrie Queen. Oh look, she's got a little dragon. Look at this little guy. Look at him. But yeah, this is the Jarl's cabin. Oh, longhouse. I can't pet him, but I can get him to attack my enemies. I knew it was you, Superior K. I knew it. You can't fool me. Yes, I'm in your town, looking around. Seeing your freaking undead dragon. Seeing that you're doing a lot of great decorating. The chickens. Oh shit, where the hell are the chickens? Oh look, we've got fish hanging up. This is great. I like this. Let's see your Raiders Scum. Where are the chickens, Saphira? Where are the chickens? Don't tell me they're on the back side of it. No. I think we're going on a chicken hunt. Little garden, little garden. Where are you, little chickens? I don't see no chickens. This is cool. Just this whole freaking keep is in the water. Well, I do not see any chickens, unfortunately. Disappointing. Oh wait, that's an outhouse. I'm gonna spin this for you. Okay, maybe I was wrong. What? No chickens. Oh well. Oh wait! I think I found him. No, that's potatoes. Potatoes? You know, boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew. Well, no chickens. I tried, y'all. I did. I looked everywhere. I'm gonna put this the way it was before. No, I'm not gonna mess with it. Let me take a stretch break. Yeah. All right. And hydrate. I did not see any chickens. Disappointing. But I did get a message from Zarafe. He said that there's a perfect place to build a vampire castle. And I'm gonna go take a look at it. Apparently, it is right here. So, I'm gonna go look. This map is freaking huge. And there's so many hidden things in it. Like, you can tell there's little buildings and things right here in this place. And here. Alright, where is the place? Alright, supposedly it's right here. So who's still here? How many... Are you still here, manager? Are you still here? Oh shit, I'm drowning. I'm falling through the map. I fell through all this. Okay. What's going on here? What? What? No way. Is this some kind of dungeon? That is a boss. Holy crap. Look at the size of this guy. This guy's huge. He's definitely a do not mess with. Sound off in the chat. Is anyone here? Anyone? Okay. Woo! We got Ric Flair. Brittany, why you calling me a hoe? What? I was like, why'd you call me a hoe? Anyways, I was told that there's a place apparently right here that is perfect for me to build a vampire castle. Well. Oh wow, I gained a level flying around. This is definitely interesting. There's a path all the way up this damn mountain. I'm going to walk. And yes, there's special mounts in the game. I'm riding a big wolf. Because this is awesome. Oh. The path goes on and on and on. A nice big open flat area to build a castle here. But the path goes on. My gosh. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I think I know where I'm at. This over here is actually an amazing place to build. I think. Yes. So, one, this place over here, you've literally got a cave right here that you can do whatever you want with. There's an invisible wall because this used to teleport you into the dungeon. And then there's a perfect little spot. That the only way up is either to climb or come up through here. And you've got this nice big flat space to build on. It's really cool. But another thing I love about this spot in the north. Anyway, I was supposed to be working and stuff and showing you all like work I'm doing, but I'm instead showing you the server. Which is fine, I guess. This is the cool part. where the volcano runs through the snow. I got injured. Stop! Let me ride you. You little shit. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. We've got like an abominable man over there. He's probably a boss fight. But what I love about this place, up ahead, is one time when I played on a server that had this map. Shit, there's little saber-tooths everywhere. But there's these deep chasms. I'm gonna hop off my little boy here. Alright, deep chasms. And every single one of these big outcroppings are these big flat pieces of jagged rock and ice sticking up. There's one here. There's one over there. And there's all these different ones, and on a server I had like a sort of clan that was women only in Nordheimer, which is basically Vikings only. And we would build on each of these big rocky outcrops and have rope bridges to each of the houses and things. And as you can see, there's like multiple of these flat areas that are just perfect to build on. And then just right across the lake is the Highlands area that isn't snow. And this one is particularly hard to climb because you run out of stamina before you reach the top. So these places were secure, and we had a rope bridge or an elevator that went from this one all the way over to this spot across the lake. And it was really freaking cool. So yeah. And across that bridge over there in the last server I was on, they built a whole ass Viking village. That a clan of players that were all Nordheimers made. Anyways, don't mind the link to Lesbo House. This is one thing I built. And Zarafe decorated. Well, first I'm going to show you the approach. Everything's got to load. Different races will have different stats. The abilities you get are from your jobs, which are kind of like classes, but it's like healer, priest or priestess, cook, merchant, blacksmith, thief. So really, whatever you want to roleplay, like you want to roleplay being a warlock or whatever, then that's fine. But I'm gonna take off my wings. There we go. So you can be whatever you want. Like, I want to be an elf archer or arcane archer. Well, okay. Let's get some magic arrows then if I'm going to be an arcane archer. Let's get some greater phoenix arrows. Type of ammunition. Nope. Nope. Come on now. It didn't work. Well, maybe normal phoenix arrows work. Why is that not working? Well, that's interesting. Normally, I can use these. Looks like a server restart is necessary. But yes, the arrows are magical. Let's see if the other ones are available. Rain of arrows. I think there's something wrong. Let's see. Let's try spawning in a regular bow. No. It is not working. Looks like it's bugged and we need a server restart, but those arrows would have cool little magical effects whenever you fire them off. But anyways, let's go for the approach. I built on top of this mountain. On the last server, my character proposed to Zolrafay's character on top of this mountain. And so we decided to build our little hovel in the place where we were on the last server. Try not to look at the priestess because she's got skimpy on. Backside look is fine though. But also to the Keto, the goddess of fertility, lust, and death. Good stuff. We've got ourselves... Looks like my friend has been playing. I've got stuffed animals in here. We've got a pen to tame animals, which you can do. If you go find cubs in the world, you can bring them here and feed them a specific kind of food, and you will have pets. This is a mound. We put it over here, but you have pets like Shogoth. This one's mine. Follow, and they'll, like a good pupper, they'll follow me, and they will attack anything I attack. Or if anything attacks me, they will attack it. And the pets have their own stats. got their own stats, their own HP, and their own experience and levels, so you can literally Pokemon the shit out of this game. But this little building right here is our workshop, where we put all our crafting stations and people to work the crafting stations. You know, we've got a tanner to make leather, and I'm going to poke at Zara Faye for this because she's a short-ass drow, a dark elf. She built this, and you can't go through it. Anyone taller than me cannot go through it. I have to crouch to go through to our room. Great anti-thieving mechanism, mind you, but not if you have other people that are trying to put things in the chest. But this is our little desert hovel that I built. And so over here we have a little living room area. Over here, a sorcery area. Everyone has to have a sorcery area in the room. I'll show you sorcery here in a second. And then we've got a kitchen area where we cook food. Preservation box. And each one of these torches, I actually put a script on them. And the script is whenever it's the daytime, the torches turn off. When it is nighttime, the torches turn on. So I'm going to show you a demonstration. Well, first I'm going to show you what the place looks like during the daytime. So on the side we've got a little bath area that you can actually drink from the water. And then up here is our little room. Gotta have a big bed. Scripts are an admin only thing, unfortunately, because that would open up the door for people to be able to mess with our scripts. So things like the caravans, someone could nuke the caravans and no one would be able to teleport everywhere. Oh yeah, that would be funny. The day suddenly changing to night and everyone in character's like, oh, this is some kind of bad omen. We're like, look at this view. I mean, it's like we're up in the clouds. And then, furthermore, we go up more. And we've got this right here. A sundial. Which literally changes with server time. But if you know how to script, and you need something specific that everyone can use, then I see no reason with admins putting in the script for something. It depends on what the script is, because if the server becomes script heavy, the server becomes laggy. And we don't want to interfere with people's, 1, PvP, 2, we don't want people rubber banding everywhere. And this, of course, everyone needs one of these. It's your lesbian entertainment center. Which I mean, we sit and drink wine and cuddle. And this is all on a little roof. Little garden area. It's nice. And then of course we got a friend that's like, I'm just going to throw a tent down. And we're like, okay. So yeah, this is our little spot. You know, more people can build here, but we're also building different places. I have an idea for... I have to wait till Unreal Engine 5 to build it because I don't have the building pieces on Unreal 4 because this bastard company... If you hop onto Unreal Engine 5 and go to the bazaar and you buy something, it's only... You can only use it in Unreal Engine 5. If you go back to the legacy version like this, you won't have access to those building pieces unless you bought them before Unreal Engine 5. So go to knowledge and go to ancestral knowledge. I only have the Turonian expansion pieces because that was a bazaar item I bought when before UE5 came out, Unreal 5. But back to the talk of the server. Once we transfer over to Unreal Engine 5, there are mods for vampires and werewolves that involve actual transformations, which is awesome. There's a lot of cool things you can... Okay, so I'm gonna make it nighttime suddenly. You can see this now. Let's go midnight. Okay, give it a second. I have it set to read for 5 or 10 minutes. And then it will detect whether it's day or night time, and the torches will... Lesbian Entertainment Center, LEC. Lesbian Entertainment Center, hub of racing random yearnings. Lesbian Entertainment. I like it. Oh, Millie here. In the previous server, her character worshipped the ground that my character walked on, and I thought it was great. She was like so devoted, ride or die. She was a priestess of Decreto. So we'll give it a few minutes. But yes. So yes, because the game has its own mechanics, like you could literally wear full-on armor with a shield and all kinds of things. You can literally roleplay whatever you want. You want to be a paladin. You can be a... you know, you can wear the armor and the sword and bow. And you can make your job be a priest/priestess. You don't have to roleplay as a priest/priestess, but you can use the abilities and say, I'm a paladin. You know. And merchants will be able to give people buffs that will grant them more money whenever they work. Different things we're working on and workshopping. I'm waiting for the torches to turn on. thief will be able to steal things. They'll also be able to poison people and inflict debuffs at different stages. They'll be able to craft poisons. One of the favorite mechanics I had was the injury system. So, oh, there they go. All the torches turned on. I like it. Alright, let's make it daytime again. Okay. Let's use some sorcery. Oh no, how do I get down there? Isn't that cool? Yeah. Now, let me show you some combat. I don't know why my daggers aren't disappearing when I pull out my daggers. Come on, boy. Daggers put a bleed effect on enemies. The little slashes you see. Now if we go with the sword. Oh, I'm still in creative mode, that's why they're not fighting me. These people are Darfuri. They are cannibals. Their tents are literally made out of human, and the clothes they wear are literally made out of human skin.
Drink your blood!
Oh. I'm a bit over leveled for these people. Yes! I like it. Yeah. Yeah, so if you drop an enemy down low enough health and you walk up to him with certain weapons and you left click, you do a finisher like that, and that totally cut that bitch in half. Be cool if there was a slight randomization when the torches turn on and off. That would involve making multiple scripts, which would definitely cause lag. Because if you consider doing that for every torch on the server, that would be insane. That's multiple scripts firing off at once. And as you can see, when I was running past the place where this place is, I had a bit of janky lag there for a second. Now what I like about this game is the archery. I love playing archer characters in video games. Here's another cannibal camp. And you can shoot normal arrows and kind of judge the distance. Little difficult. Or you can aim and fire a steady arrow and just hop. I have a perk that makes my arrows keep going. So I can just sit back here as long as I've got stamina. And I could literally snipe everyone in the village. And they have no idea what's going on. But I am almost max level on level 51. But the thing is if you've played before and you're like, I don't want to level up, I just want to be max level, there's an option for you to be able to do that. Oh, we've got survivors.
I will drink your blood.
Ooh,
Empty abodes.
that was wild. The way this guy died. And yes, you can cook and eat human flesh. But there's a resource for your god. Each human enemy that you kill, you can take a ritual implement and gather things from them. From the bodies of humanoids that you kill. And you can use them to craft specific things. Alright. There are some things that are locked for admins that I'm going to implement for someone who wants to play a vampire. And there's these special items you can wear that transform you. A little janky because I've got my arrow attachment, but I can always take that off. Or if I want to run around as a wolf, I'm a druid. See, because I've got those scripted lights, there's a little bit of lag when I approach home. Like my little elevator. That's cool that you're a programmer, Den. I'll show you what the scripting looks like. I'm still learning, so I'm not really the best. I just learned how to script specific things. So yeah, you can go over to your altar, to your deity, and you can craft armor. Or specific items. Once I hit max level, I'll be able to make very specific items that are deity specific. I just think that vampires in the Keto go hand in hand because one, sexy vampire, two, oh, I've got corruption because I was using sorcery. The little purple on your bar and stamina, your health in the upper left. Whenever you use sorcery, because it's corrupt, it will corrupt your health and your stamina, so you have to go relieve it by even having a thrall that is a dancer or this blessed incense. And now my corruption is gone. Hooray! Alright, I'm going to show you the spawn area that everyone will see whenever they first log in, and I'm going to try to look away because there's a naked man at the entrance. Look away, look away, look away, look away. Okay, good. Let me walk past the naked man. This is the spawn. When you first log into the server, you'll see this. There's an NPC, naked man currently. It's a number of HP. And I have to be careful going into this room because I already see the white heads of hair. So I know there's a naked man. But Millie Doosa, she has been over here decorating the race representations. So off to the right, we've got races, which are regular races. Anyone can be any of the races in this room. This other area are going to be whitelisted races, which are special races which will require permission to be. Which are like vampires, werewolves. Because we do not want a server full of vampires and werewolves running around. We want a mixture. We want to make sure that the person isn't doing fail roleplay, which is basically shitty roleplay. Like, we don't want a vampire that does the whole sparkly vampires from Twilight. Alright, so I'm going to be very careful about showing this room, trying the camera angle, but these on the right are the human races. We've got the Aquilonian. Alright, alright. I'm hydrating! I'm hydrating! I'm hydrating! Hey. How dare you? How dare you? I've got the angry face going on. Not Irish. How dare you? So yeah, as you can see, these look absolutely gorgeous. Like the detail, these are Aquilonians. Aquilonian. I hope you can see my fangs from my character perspective. These are Brythunians, Corinthians, Nemedians, Poitans, These are all from the Hyborian kingdoms. Then we've got the Sumerians. Conan is a Sumerian. Yeah, you can see my fancy eyelashes. Yeah, they're technically Scots. A lot of the human races are kind of based off of actual real world races. Aquilonians are kind of Roman in a way. Roman mixed with Old English. Medieval English. The Poitans are very French. Sumerians are Sumerian. The Aces are the blonde-haired Nords. And the Vanir are the red-headed Nords. Two different races of Nords. And they hate each other's guts because they have different colored hair. But they both live in the north. We've got the Borderers. And then we've got the Hyperboreans. They're like a very, very tall, snow-haired race. Trying to be careful here. We've got the Stygians. They're kind of Egyptian in a way. Oh, we've got to be careful. I saw Naked Man and then Shemite. I cannot show. Alright, let's go creep over here to the corner, make sure I don't see any naked men. Ooh, that was close. Elves. I did these too. These are the other worlders. So they got transported to this world from their world. I gotta carefully maneuver my way out of here. Oh, that was close. I almost showed y'all a bunch of penises. It's like, yeah, you can totally walk around with your John Thomas hanging out. Isekai victims. One of the staff working on this server came up with a great idea. What if there are someone who wants to play a human who hunts these otherworldly visitors, or not visitors, but these otherworldly people who have settled here because they think that they're like demons or something. And they could be antagonists towards these races, and there could be so much cultural shit going on. I tried to build something to where whenever they walk through this, they get warped. After they input a password or something. Instead of Truck-kun, what's the fantasy equivalent? World-kun? I guess? Two worlds colliding. Kart-san. So, I have this door set up with a script. That on Interact it runs a script, but I am thinking of making this nothing. None. Instead, we want on open to run the spawn portal script. So, if this works correctly, whenever they click on it and they input the password, they get warped. If it works. Which gives us the ability to password lock this whole area So they will not be able to proceed into the server without going through the process of applying to join the server. So it will keep out trolls and people like that. So that will be nice, but hopefully I did this correctly. No, I did not. It just teleported me the moment I opened the freaking door. Great. And then after you did all the processing and all that stuff in the application, then boom, you're in the beginner area of the world. Oh, that didn't work there. Let's see. Let's go back to spawn. Oh no, I don't want to look at that naked man. Let us try this again. How the application work, it'll be Discord. We'll ask you a bunch of questions. That first NPC will do most of the things, like you have to be in a clan. Like, even if you're by yourself, you have to make a clan that has your name on it. That way it helps us track loose items in the world that we can clean up. Like if a bunch of people make random campfires and then they leave the server, then we can just click on that person and delete everything that they ever put down in the server, clearing up valuable space. You'll delete everything they did. The second thing is to make sure that you selected your race and class, or your race and your job. And then you can say, I did these things, and the game will check to make sure, and then we'll give you the password to enter. And then, boom. Rules? What kind of rules do we have here? Has any tag, has identity in combat. We could set it up as a quest. So you have to join a clan as your quest. Or you have to select your race as your race and your job as a quest. And then once you do that, then we'll give you the password. But like scripting, I made a password, but that didn't work. So let's go into our scripts. As you can see, we have a lot of scripts. I have one for the torches, the portal spawn, the Aljara throne room entrance in the throne room. My wheel chat changed the password regularly. Alright, so there's a door pull, common abilities. But even then, it prevents people who just show up to mess things up, just appearing on the server and just attacking people randomly. It confines them to this area. But that's why we have moderators and things like that who will be like, who the heck is this person? Their character is not listed. So what the heck? Wow. But they can't leave this area unless they do all the steps join the clan, race, job, and then they get the password and then they join. And it will be scripted to where it will scan if the player is in a clan, has a race, the job, etc., before it will let them in the game. So, yeah. Right. So we have, gosh, I have so many that are already done. But let's go look at the spawn portal. Like if we disconnect this boogie bot. And then we go to... As you can see, there's a lot of scripts. And I'm learning them all. And it is very... It's... You can get character state data. Data. You can set a script to where it will give people attribute points and things like that when they click on an NPC. That's the reason why we don't want to give players the ability to do their own scripts, because then they can make a script that will make them a powerful god in the game. So look, search clans, search players, you can do all kinds of things. But let's pass rule set, which check if a player passed all the conditions of a rule set. I want them to be able to do a password to enter, but instead it just automatically sends them, which sucks. Maybe it's because I'm an admin and it's automatically warping me, but they did that for a friend too, so it's wild. But that's a whole bunch of mess that I don't want to deal with right now. I'm still learning this, so there's just so much inputs. Google, you are my friend. Hmm. Yeah, it's too much for my tired brain to think of tonight. Too much. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it right now. It's too much for me. I'm going to someone new join the team that is also good at scripting, and I'm going to be like, can you please teach me how to do these things? Because it asked me the password. Sure, I've already teleported. It's wild. So what do y'all think of the game? I think y'all would have fun, and I would love to have you on and making characters. I'm going to be the queen of a city, and I can do things as an admin. Like, I can create roleplay events. Like, let's see. Spawn. Hot spawner. Like, I can create an area that someone could just wander into and find. Edit the spawner. Beach spawn. Enable. Spawn on server start. Auto respawn. Delay. Let's check that at 20 minutes. Now let's make it 5 minutes for now. And then we can set a spawned creature. Dragon. Undead dragon. And I can give them more HP. You can set a spawn to go off when someone runs up to them. On killed, you can run a script. On spawn, you can run a script or limited multi-action. It will talk in chat, like if there's someone walking around and you kill them, it will say, "How dare you kill me, you bastard." When it kills a player, you can taunt them. But let's do this. I'm going to do a 1 minute delay. And we did an event where someone was like, "I want to end my clan. Can you have the current story enemy attack me with an army?" And we literally like dressed up as Stygian army and we bombarded their house with explosives. And we had these spawners set up to just immediately spawn enemies, and you can add more and spawn more creatures. Let's set it to 0. Have it spawn now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. It's not good. Pick it up, pick it up. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, I'm dead. Let me just cheat panel, creative mode, ghost. Oh my god. Give me that. Yeah, that was a bit much. Oh, the min-max is how many you want to spawn. Let's go with 4 bros. And we will have them spawn. Let's go with Purge. Here we go. Berserkers. As you can see, it spawns 4, like I wanted. I'm just gonna heal myself real quick. I'm guessing I spotted non-combatants. They're not fighting me. Oh, don't want to look at those ladies. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Conan Exiles is so risky and gambling to play because like you could be walking around and then there's a woman with her tits out. It's like, oh no. I'll be really surprised if I'm not banned for something. God, I hope not. Yeah, it's going to be really fun and exciting. I can't wait to have everyone like join and make characters and then just interact with one another, make small communities. And whenever I open up, I know there's a number of other people who want to join. So this is going to look completely different in Unreal Engine 5, but we're probably going to look at migrating everything we've done on this server so far to Unreal Engine 5. Because there's so much more we can do on Unreal Engine 5. Like there's a really cool ass vampire video. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, I had a little hiccup burp. Let's see. Alright, yeah, I'm getting ready to wind down for the evening, but... Window. Let's go Google Chrome. Alright, here we go. This is a guy showing off this mod. And it's a vampire mod. And it looks freaking awesome. And I can't wait for it. But it's only in Unreal Engine 5. It literally kills you. And you respawn back on your bed. And if you look, there's like a whole ass blood meter. And he is taking damage while being outside. Because the sun is burning his ass. So he's going to set it to night. The sun is no longer burning him. And you can feed on bodies to bring up your blood. Oh, blood vials. Isn't that wonderful? Look, you can go invisible with the veil. That is so cool. Swarm. You can turn into fucking bats. Shadow step. You can literally teleport from one spot to another. It's so cool. You can teleport behind someone. You got night vision, so you can see clear at night. You got a slow attack speed, normally, or normal attack speed, but if you use Bloodlust, you attack a little bit faster. And then, of course, the best thing. You can slumber and sleep. Okay. Oh, you heal while you do that. That's neat. Now you can feed on them. And they will get a pop-up that says, both as another player, they'll get a pop-up that says, do you want to be fed on? You can offer embrace, so you can make them a vampire. You've been offered life eternal. They die. And then they come back as... Oh, that will remove your vampirism. But who wants to remove vampirism? Hmm? They're back to normal. Anyways. The same guy made another mod. werewolves. The beast within you is awakening. Press X to accept a gift. Or Shift X. I think you have to die each time because it has to load a new instance of your character with all the perks and whatnot. Oh, here we go. Oh, that looks so damn cool. Yeah! Ow! They've got a night vision and heartbeat. I mean, it's kind of similar to vampirism, but look, you're a fucking werewolf and you can claw the shit out of them. They cower in fear. So, one thing I saw the same guy working on. I wonder if he made a video of it. Strigoi form? What? Hold on a second. Anyways, he's working on the Lich. He's working on a freaking Lich version of the mod. But what the heck is Strigoi form? What the heck is this? Looks vampirism. Oh, it's the vampire demon bat form. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And you can fly. Ain't that wonderful? Awesome. Are you gaining health while he does that? That's so cool. Like, I'm on this guy's Discord, and I'm like, hell yeah. Alright, let's see. Probably got one more thing to show you. Let's see, where's his videos? Hold on 1 second. Item back. Okay, let's see. Oh gee, it's not showing anything. Alright. So we will shift the window capture. Here we go. This is something posted in his Discord. Sneak peek of the Lich. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I think that was a successful stream. And it's good to be back, everyone. I'm glad you're all looking forward to the server, and we're working really hard on it. And it's going to be really fun. And you're going to be able to make money in the game and open up your own merchants and sell things to merchants and make money from your merchant, or your NPC merchants that you put up and sell things. Different jobs will have different abilities. One thing that I really loved was playing a healer, because at events, when you get downed and you die, it's requested that you take a level of injury and then you fight again. And the only way to get rid of those RP injuries that give you debuffs to your stats is by getting healed. And you can roleplay how messed up you are. Did you get stabbed in the gut with a spear? Did you get cut with a sword? Healers can make healing items, like roleplay healing items, that you have abilities that require those healing items. And you have to go into the world and gather the materials and resources from the game to craft the healing items. In order to do this, in order to craft kits as a blacksmith, you have to go out and mine specific ores and turn them into bars and things, and just, it's just so much of a marriage between roleplay and the actual game mechanics, which I think is really cool, really fun. And some jobs requires another person. Like, for a healer to get anesthesia, they'll have to go to an alchemist to craft them steel blossom drought so they can perform their surgeries. Same thing for curing plagues. They need alchemists to synthesize the cure that you can use on the person. And, you know, you gotta work with an alchemist. You know, then there's priests that heal mental debuffs and things like that. They can also boost your dice rolls with blessings, all gathered from materials in the world, which is really cool. I like it. And I want something like that on this server. And it's just so much fun when it comes all together. And you've got people role playing as different jobs and things like that. I'm definitely going to be the first vampire. And I'm going to be a queen of a city where people can come role play as a healer that hates alchemists but has to work with them. That's funny. I remember role playing as a healer, and I ran into an alchemist, and I was like, "Hey, I need a plague cure, so I can heal this person." And they were like, "It will cost you 10 silver." I'm like, "I don't have 10 silver, mate. That's ridiculous." And so the next time he got sick, like same guy, he got sick. He was like, "Oh, hey, I've got this plague cure. Can you please kill me of this?" And I'll be like, "That'll be 10 silver." How does it feel? Poetic justice. Yeah, that would be fun. And just, different things that I love roleplay. Absolutely love roleplay. And I love how Conan gives you the ability to physically see the stuff that you roleplay, because there are so many emotes and things in the world that you can physically do. Like, it's just fun. And I love it. So I hope to enjoy it all with you, because I've literally been playing Conan for the last 3 months, but I've got thousands of hours in the game. Well, I can tell you how many hours I've got exactly. 1,740.9 hours. And that's over a span of years, dropping it and picking it back up. But this time, I have my own server, which means I can control the safety. We can set those, strict, not really strict, but the lines that people shouldn't cross, and punish those that cross them. So we can create an environment where people can play a depraved freaking cannibal, slaver, whatever. But he can also suffer the consequences of doing that by having a bunch of people suddenly show up on his doorstep. It's like, "You're evil. We're going to do something about you." But also, the consequences will not really affect someone out of character, because if that cannibal comes up and it's like, "Hey, I want to throw you in chains and put you in a cage for a while," they can be like, "I don't really want to do that." It's like, okay, understand. I had this moment where I was wandering around as a healer, and I came across a village of cannibals, and they had captured someone, and they were like screaming, "Help, let me go." And I showed up as like, "You need help." And all of a sudden, here comes this guy running over towards me with a huge hammer, and he's like, "We're going to eat you next." And I'm like, "Oh no." And then all of a sudden, we got a server message that popped up, and it said, "Server restarting in 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, they started speaking out of character and going, "Hey, we're going to let you go. We just like playing antagonists. So if you want to escape somehow, after the server restart, you can go ahead. It's cool. We were just having fun." So I like that. It was very fun. Neat little interaction. So I do think that is it for the stream tonight, everyone. I gotta start getting ready for bed. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And you look forward to when the server is fully operational. I don't have a time frame yet, probably a month or two, depending on when those two mods were waiting on make it over to Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 Conan looks just absolutely amazing. So, plus there's also the nice mods and things. But I'm going to be an elf vampire. Consensual barbarianisms sounds contradictory, but in RP context, nice. Pretty much. It's like we're all here to roleplay something. Some people have different things they want to roleplay, like they want to roleplay, I don't know, BDSM or something. And that whole thing falls in line with them, or if that's what they consent for, then cool. If they don't consent for it, then the other person has to not cross that barrier. So in both the Discord and in-game, you can access people's consent sheets to see what they like and dislike, and if you want to roleplay that or not. But for reasons, the server will only be for those age 18 plus, for very strict reasons that you can literally see someone's penile hanging out or boobs. That and like dens of lesbians worshipping lesbian gods or something and having holy orgies or some shit. You know? No, not speaking from a personal fantasy or anything like that, no. I did kind of had my own like lesbian harem going on the last server. It was funny. Anyways, y'all, it's been a pleasure, and I wish you all well. Are the only binary gender options. Well, I mean, you can make yourself look like whatever you want. But like, there's a whole bag of things to get into with that. Like, definitely gonna have like rules and things because, gosh, I don't want to get in on that on stream, especially when I'm about to log off, but I can post it on the Discord later. So, anyone here not part of the Discord would like a link? I'm going to send that now. Link, link, link. Where are you? And I'm talking about the Imperial Army. Once the server starts getting ready, then I will invite you to the Discord for the Conan server, because I'm going to open it to the public. Invite to server. Alright, there you go. Link to the Discord. if you're not part of it already. But that's all for me tonight, everyone. You have a wonderful night, and I will see you all Saturday morning. Well, morning for me. I might fire up some more potionomics or stuff in Conan, like decorating or something, but I kind of want to avoid doing any more work on the server because we might end up being on Unreal Engine 5 relatively soon, which means we have to start all over. Probably, hopefully not from a coding or scripting perspective, but yeah. Anyways, good night. You all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time.